What comes to mind when you hear France? The flag and a stereotypical guy with a mustache holding a baguette drawn in a silly 90s clip art style. And aggressive, FRAAUUUNNNCCEE, croissant. Right now? That Miss Universe contestant. Oui oui baguette. You don't frighten us, English pig dogs. Go and boil your bottoms, you sons of a silly person. I blow my nose at you, so-called Arthur King, you and all your silly English KNIGGITS. Protests. Revolution. Absolute hatred. Love from Spain. Less than 3. Overthrowing the monarchy only to let Napoleon take charge. Lol. Vercingetorix. Eiffel Tower. Escargots. Wine. Bread. The French flag. The Coneheads. Rugrats in Paris. The accent. Woman shrugging. I see London, I see France, I see holes in your underpants. It's a core memory when the boys used to tease me in first grade back in the early 2000s. But that's what comes to mind. Fried potatoes. Baguette. France is bacon, food and wine, beautiful countryside, longtime allies, an extensive history of being fierce fighters, civilian riots, colonialism, and Inspector Clouseau, the most badass general public in the world. If they don't like a new law, they go apeshit until it's removed. Less incompetent. Team America blowing up Paris and the French rugby team beating the All Blacks in the World Cup. Damn, that one song. That's tough. Two thoughts came to me simultaneously. Jean-Luc Picard and Ben's death signs. Riots. Cheese-eating surrender monkeys. The flag with 3 vertical colors is the most common flag pattern. Blue, white and red are the most common colors among flag. But when you refer to the tricolor, you refer to the French flag. A mustached mime drinking wine holding a baguette in front of the Eiffel Tower. As a French, I instantly heard Macron demission. The Eiffel Tower. Bread. Way down in the south of France. All the ladies love to dance. Every damn time. Eiffel Tower. For some reason Hercule Poirot face rolling on the floor laughing. Burgund. Elsa's Lothringen. Wine. Cheese. Côte d'Azur. Mont Blanc. Tour de France. Napoleon. Jeanne d'Arc. Cooked snails. Humanism. Revolution. Love of life, intense passion and an incredible language. Snobs. 2022 MLB All-Star tie France. Cigarettes and condescension. White flags, guillotines, and public unrest. Fouao du Fafa. Snobs and protesters. I appreciate the protesters, though. Dog poo everywhere, protesting against everything, incredible gastronomy. London. And underpants. Dirty streets and pickpocketing. Love France. They're very protective of their culture and way of doing things, which is a nice comparison to other Western countries. Fields of Verdun, and the battle has begun. I see London, I see France. Amazing hotel breakfasts. I will take bread and cheese anytime. And the metro, Notre Dame and the catacombs. Cheese and Gillette Jones chomping on onions going, ha he ha he ha. But I am tired. Well, have a nap and then fire Z missiles. https://youtu.be/csuck909h7vw. Revolution. Camembert. Pro-union movement. I'm talking about a little place called Aspen. I don't know Lloyd. The French are assholes. Thomas Jefferson. France, AAU. Han. Seeing someone's underpants. Waving the white flag. White flags. Chicken with its head in the ground. White flag. Pretentiousness. Fire and trash everywhere. Surrender. Spineless. Snails. Hairy armpits. Body odor. Rude people. French kiss. When I think of France, I think about how weirdly afraid I am to speak the language to a Frenchman. I've always heard they dislike people speaking the language with a poor accent. I don't know, Lloyd. The French are assholes. White flag? JK. Food, fashion, wine, and culture. They fight with their feet, and fuck with their face. At the moment, lousy service. From the US I had to order a customized laptop from a French company for a France-based developer. Getting them to respond to my inquiries about this $3,000 order has been one of my worst vendor experiences ever. Maybe the staff is too busy protesting a later retirement age. Wine and surrender in war. Gay men in funny clothes. Nice country, awesome food, friendly people. Well, mostly. Also, Paris. Lovely city. Got arrested there once. Eiffel Tower and Islamophobia. Bonjour cheese-eating surrender monkeys. Chapter S. I always thought that France made good lovers. But then I talked to one guy who has been living there for 7 years and he said that everyone is squeezed there and it is difficult to get sex. I don't know if that's the guy or if it's true. But now I often think about it. A white flag. Snobby and rude. I studied French and went to France to learn and practice. They shut me up and told me to stick with English. Also they refused to let a friend of mine visit Oscar Wilde's grave. She was crushed. The place is such a bloody dump. Nothing good. Surrender. Great people, if you speak a little French, great food, great coasts. The Algerian genocide, Islamophobia, nasty people, pro-Putin sentiment, and Ortolan's culture at its finest, but I know I'd be shocked if I found out what it really is right at the moment, or even back then. Men who sound gauche outside the top 5 faced with tears of joy, fought so poorly and surrendered so readily. Snobby assholes. Surrender. I have France in my underpants. Nukes. Colonization. Parisians in Paris fucking suck. Rural France is where it's at. Surrender. Paris. Nice. French monarchs. Northern Africa. French girls. My mother's house in Normandy. Han baguette. Also strikes. Ils sont des chauvinistes. Who's going to clean up that mess? Waving the white flag during battle war. Bad pizza. How dirty Paris is. Man, I was expecting a magical time. Instead of ooey, got wee smell everywhere. Cheese-eating surrender monkeys. Groundskeeper Willie. Their flag.if. You remove red and blue from it. White flag. Best country. Body odor. Most of the time, bread or surrendering. Right now probably Kylie and Bap.